Hey anyone, I'm Hawk, and this is Talk of Better Worlds, and since it's a Monday, it's time for a Blender list video. So we talked about Far Cry in the last live show that we did on Saturday, and I thought I would do a Far Cry tier list. It's simple, to the point, and I really enjoy the franchise, and I've been playing it since the beginning. So let's dive into it. First, we have the original Far Cry, the OG, the first. In my opinion, this is probably an A tier. I loved it. I loved the story. It was weird and wacky, and it had a lot of attention to detail, which I think kind of fell off in the later games. It was amazing. I loved everything about it, and talking about it on the show made me re-download it recently, and I think I'm going to play it again soon. Next, we have Far Cry 2. Far Cry 2, for a lot of people, I think, would be in an S tier. I never beat it, but I played a lot of it. I think I'd also put that in an A tier. It was really fun. It was a very big departure from the original Far Cry game, so that was a little disappointing to me, but it was a really, really good, solid game overall, so I'd put it in A. And next we have Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. This one is probably the easiest S on the list, the easiest one to rank in general. I think it's the best Far Cry has ever been. I love the callbacks to the 80s and the references and the neon wash and lasers, and just everything about this game is awesome, so S tier for me. Next we have Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 I think was really, really good, but looking back on it now, I actually dove into it a little bit recently and played it again, and I think it's a B. I loved it back in the day, but something changed in me, I guess, and Far Cry 3 just isn't nearly as good as it used to be. And then Far Cry 4, I'm gonna have to put that in a C. I love Pagan Min as the main bad guy. He's really cool. I love the environment, and if we were just ranking these based off of where you're at, that would probably be an A or maybe even an S to me, but it came on the heels of Far Cry 3, and you can't really hold up to that in most people's eyes, so I think it's a C. And next we have 5. I think 5 is also a B. I like that it takes place in the United States and has a lot of political commentary. It's got an interesting bad guy, an interesting story, but there are some things about it that I just really didn't like. Some gameplay mechanics that kind of pissed me off, and it's just kind of more of the same, but I guess that's really what Far Cry is overall. But next we have Far Cry New Dawn, and that goes right in F. It's just Far Cry 5 DLC marketed as a new game, and I think it sucked in every way. Nothing about this was really good. But finally we have Far Cry Primal, and that to me is probably gonna be a B as well. Far Cry Primal was awesome. It was a cool spin on it. It was a really interesting idea, but it was just implemented kind of poorly in some ways. I think the Far Cry formula worked for this primal prehistoric period, but it just... Part of the fun of the Far Cry games is the gunplay, in my opinion, and the loose cover mechanics and all that, being able to blind fire, especially in newer ones. It's just there's cool mechanics for gunplay, and that's just gone in Primal, and understandably so. Cavemen didn't have guns, but I'm gonna put that in a B. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think looking over this again, yeah, that's my list, and I'm gonna stick by it. So thank you for watching. Let us know if you agree or disagree, and if you hate it or love it. And don't forget to subscribe.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Give us a like if you enjoyed it, and dislike it if you didn't.
Let us know what you think about the channel.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Tell your mom.